Hi and welcome back to our channel. I'm Jennifer and this is Kate, and today we have a special surprise. We are going to take you inside the world of our library work. If you've been around our channel for a while, you know that we help out at our church library. We volunteer.
And one of our jobs is to go through all the books that have been donated to the library and see what books they are, which ones we've got, what's inside them. So that's what we're doing today. We brought a whole bin home to go through and see what we have.
It's very heavy and we don't know what's in here, but there are 7 more like this waiting for us when we're done with this one. So let's take a look and see what is inside. Okay, so the first one that we see right away is Killing Jesus by Bill O'Reilly. This is his, he has Killing Patton, Killing Lincoln, Killing Jesus. I know that the church already has a copy of this, so the library probably won't want to keep this one. They'll probably want to sell it or donate it.
And then we have, copy 5 dozen of Letters to a Suffering Church from Bishop Barron. I've seen a bajillion of these come through the library.
Somebody in our church bought 500 copies, I think, and just gave them out at the time that this was all happening. So we have a lot of extra copies. All right, then we have this one, For All to Live by Leo Sturck. I'm not sure, I've never heard of this one. It looks like an older title, so we're not exactly sure what this one is about, but definitely we will research it and see if we want to keep it in the church library or the church might want to sell it. We'll see.
Simple Meditation, a little book.
That one looks old.
Arranged in 6 parts, definitely very old. 1934.
1934. We do get a good bit of really old books. Next up we have The Watch. Don't know what they're watching. It's another old one by Reverend Alfred Sinnott. 14 Holy Hours. Oh, it's a book for Eucharistic adoration. Oh, I love that. The Watch, like your,
nice.
For your holy hours.
So now we have this tiny little one. You can barely see that it's the Mysteries of the Rosary on the cover.
Okay, so actually this one is poems written about each mystery of the Rosary. So that's something I've never seen before. Sometimes these older ones are super neat. Just really, they have a different flavor than modern authors. So I love to read old books like this.
Then we have Religion and Leadership, which...
That sounds like a one to keep you up at night.
Jesus of Nazareth, read often.
Oh, let me see. We love to find cool things like this inside the books. The following is a description of the person of Jesus Christ as it was found in an ancient manuscript sent by Publius Lentulus, president of Judea, to the Senate at Rome. Oh my gosh, this is how he was described. There lives at this time in Judea a man of singular character whose name is Jesus Christ. The barbarians esteem him a prophet, but his followers adore him as the immediate offspring of the immortal God. He is endowed with such unparalleled virtue as to call back the dead from their graves and to heal every kind of disease with a word or touch. His person is tall and elegantly shaped, his aspect amiable, reverent. His hair flows in those beautiful shades which no united colors can match, falling in graceful curls below his ears, agreeably crouching on his shoulders, and parting on the crown of his head like the headdress of the sect of Nains. So then it just goes on to, that's really cool. Maybe we'll put a picture up on the screen of the rest of his description. Cool. All right, we get a lot of Bibles donated. This one is not in the best shape. It looks like it even might be a little moldy. So, it was presented to Ben Jones when he was 7 years old, but obviously Ben did not take good care of his Bible. It's the King James Version, so definitely we will not be keeping this. Plus, I think it's moldy. Ooh.
All right, what is this? To Love and to Suffer. The Gifts of the Holy Ghost and Saint Therese of the Child Jesus.
Ooh, a Saint Therese book. Always have to investigate those really closely. And The Salt of the Earth by Andre Frossard. It looks like it's a book about the different religious denominations. Oh, but here's the chapter The Miracle of St. Francis of Assisi, which again, these older books are really cool because they have a lot of like miracle stories and anecdotal stories that I just don't find with modern authors. So I think that's sad that we've kind of lost that, telling about different miracles and stories like that. This one I probably will definitely have to read. It's illustrated with cute little pictures, so it looks very interesting.
Christian guidance. The moral aspects of the sacraments, matrimony accepted.
All the sacraments but getting married in this book. Looks like it's in pretty good shape,
Yeah,
so maybe
nice book.
maybe someone would like it. I don't know. 14 Holy Helpers. If you've never read about the 14 Holy Helpers, it's really fascinating. This group of saints from like the Middle Ages: St. Christopher, St. Denis, St. Margaret, St. Barbara. So yeah, every home library needs a copy of the 14 Holy Helpers. Okay, this one is called The Love of God by Alred Graham. Does not sound familiar. Again, it's an older book. It does look like a very technical book from 1939. So yeah, another one that we'll have to research. We do a lot of researching.
Yeah. Most of these we have to research.
Yeah.
We've just never heard of them
If you
before.
recognize any of these titles and know if they're good, let us know in the comments. You could help us out.
The New Song, which this is on the Beatitudes, actually.
That could be good.
It's just
Oh,
first,
yeah.
second, third, fourth, different chapters.
Looks like commentaries on the Beatitudes. Some of these are really gems. They're just old and forgotten about, but they're wonderful. Okay, this one might not be wonderful. This one is called Birthquakes. I'm not sure what that's an intriguing title. Blessings, new birthstones, and new birth cries. I am not even sure what that is. Oh, it screams that I am from 1970.
Oh yeah, it does.
The pictures and the text. I'm not a fan of books from the 70s. And books from the 70s tend to be really weird, like have titles like Birthquakes. So it communicates the message of faith through imagery and themes of creation, with 52 exotic full-color pictures of rocks. So, wow. So it's not for the average man on the street, but maybe somebody would really like to have this book. Here's one with a Latin title, Dona Christi. Is it written in Latin? I don't know. It's written by Mother St. Paul, and it is from 1962. Looks like it's about, how to ask for Christ's gifts, Elijah and the rain, a lot of Latin titles, why Jesus ascended. It looks like it's a collection of essays and reflections.
Meditations for Religious by Richard Cardinal Cushing.
Ooh, a cardinal. Let's see. Climbing the Mountain, Discovering Your Path to Holiness by Anne, a lay apostle. Now, I've come across Anne before. She is a lay apostle. I think she's from Ireland, and she has had visions of Jesus that have not been officially approved by the Catholic Church. But she did write a book about heaven when Jesus gave her a vision of heaven. That was so fascinating. I read that. It was very short, but again, it's not approved by the church, so I don't know, you can take that as you will.
This is fun. Little Meditations on the Holy Eucharist by Reverend Thomas David Williams.
That immediately gets my radar up because, again, books like this can be hidden gems. I love to read through them.
Separated into the Real Presence, Holy Communion, and the Sacrifice of the Mass.
So this would be the kind of book I would take with me to my holy hour and just read through. So I'm excited about this one. Oh, and we have a special surprise inside. Oh yeah, if you want to order books for your relatives or school library, it's like a super ancient order form. I guess before catalogs, you just had this. Okay, next is Evangelium Vitae from Pope John Paul II, an encyclical letter. We do get a lot of these encyclicals donated, and this one looks like it's just in brand new condition. So the church will probably want to sell this one. because we just can't keep every single copy.
Definitely not. Let's see. Splendor and Strength, the Inner Life. Another one that...
That one looks really old.
1940.
1940.
Yeah, another one that we're going to have to research.
This one has a very interesting title, The Apostolate of Suffering, by Robert Eaton. He was a Jesuit. Pope Pius XII, an apostolic suffering, prayer and suffering, joy and suffering.
Everything in suffering.
I had to say,
Your guide to suffering.
it doesn't really make me want to read it because suffering, but it could be really good.
Yeah,
We'll see.
It could. The Epistles as I Know Them.
Ooh.
Father Winfred Herbst, 1947. He has written a lot of other books.
Wow. His name doesn't sound familiar to me, though. I see a lot of old books. I'm kind of getting to know some of these older authors.
First Sunday of Advent, Second Sunday of Advent,
Okay.
Second Sunday after Epiphany, and like Lent and Easter
So-
and Pentecost,
Is it a series of reflections, maybe?
I guess.
Okay. Sometimes these older authors go on rants about communism and, the nuclear threat. I mean, just really interesting things. They also have a lot of pre-Vatican II terminology and, feast days and different things. So it makes it very interesting to read. Here is a modern one, Mother Angelica by Raymond Arroyo. This one is very good. I have read this. I think I've read it twice. And I know that the church already has a copy, so they'll be looking to sell this one. And here is somebody's appointment in Charlottesville, Virginia on May 1st. I hope they made it because their appointment card is still in here. Oh wow, and it even comes with a cool picture of Mother Angelica.
The Questions of Youth. An analysis of 28 most frequently asked religious questions. 1937.
Oh, it will be interesting to see what questions youth asked in 1937. Oh, that's
Love can be kept only by being given away.
That's a beautiful bookmark. I love finding these old things in there. Ooh, and a personal note, those are always good.
No, it's something from John.
By waiting and by calm, ye shall be saved, from Isaiah. It's a note for the Knights of Columbus. Okay. This one has caught my eye. 31 questions on adoration of the Blessed Sacrament. It's from the Bishop's Committee on the Liturgy, so it could be really good or it could be really technical.
Really dry.
Can Mass and exposition take place at the same time? And then they give the answer. No, they can't.
Okay.
I could definitely see myself reading through this one, so the church might want to keep this one if we don't have it already.
This is Helps and Hindrances to Perfection. Interesting.
I need all the help I can get for perfection. I feel like it's going to elude me all my life.
Dynamics of World History. Interesting.
Yeah, sometimes we get all kinds of things, all kinds of books that aren't religious. We get golfing books, sometimes cookbooks. Someone puts National Geographics in the donation box, so we get all kinds. We're getting towards the end. Patterns of Promise, Christian Doctrine, Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow. This one also screams, I was printed in the 1970s. Let's see if I'm right. We'll see. 1968, so I'm really close.
Oh, yeah, basically.
Yeah, you can just look at the illustrations and know half of the time. Yeah, this
The
totally, get ready for 1970 right here.
Alright, and then we have He Cometh. And this is all for Advent. Spirit of Advent, the land of Advent, the people of Advent. So that would explain the title.
Yeah, this one gets my radar up too because that could be really good. It looks like it has all the antiphon days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kate found a hidden. Oh my gosh, can you read that?
Besides receiving many material gifts, God's graces will come your way. To ensure my wish, I am
A chain letter!
To ensure my wish, I am entering you in a special novena of 900 masses. May this spiritual bouquet in honor of Christ the King bring you an abundance of God's graces and his blessing in full. This is my fervent prayer.
So it was being used, it looks like, as a bookmark.
Yeah, this is folded up as a bookmark.
That tells you whoever owned this book didn't think much of that chain letter. But how funny, when was this printed?
1941.
1941, so a chain letter.
Second printing, 1941.
Potentially all the way from the 1940s.
The quality of mercy. There's a heart on the front.
That sounds interesting.
Thoughts on works of mercy.
Okay, I think we're down to our last book, Man's Triumph with God in Christ. Okay, guess the age of this book, Kate. What would you say? What era? 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s? Just by looking at the cover.
60s or 70s?
Oh no, I'm guessing 50s. We'll see.
I don't know.
I don't know. Because I look at enough of these old books. I was wrong. 1938.
Oh, we were both wrong.
Just the colors and the flashy cover. Oh, we're gonna spend our whole Christmas vacation researching books. So anyway, that empties out our bin. We have, like I said, 7 more of these waiting for us.
Yay.
Yay. So,
oh boy.
We'll have to make 3 piles. Keep, sell, and give away. So in case you're wondering what our church does with all of these, the ones that are duplicate copies or that they don't want to keep, then we have a Facebook page and an Amazon account where we sell the extras. So that will probably be the fate of some of these because we just don't have room to keep them all, and we're always happy to see them go to someone who wants them. All right, so that is it. We just thought we'd give you a peek inside our library work during Christmas vacation. So thanks for joining us.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.